Decision making and emotions, confirmation bias versus conviction bias. In this video, I will share two crucial cognitive biases originating from emotions that nudge you to make inaccurate assessments of reality, resulting in wrong decisions. Do you know the source of all mental biases? Emotions are always at play, affecting our decisions below our awareness. The desire for pleasure is most common emotion. We desire to seek pleasure and avoid pain. The desire is sometimes called the pleasure syndrome. If you think you are immune to this syndrome, you have just confirmed its presence. You assume you are rational but are unaware how your emotions rule you. Your feelings make you see what you want to see depending on your mood. Your feelings guide you towards the ideas that soothe your ego, disconnect you from reality, and prompt you to make bad decisions. When you learn to reason, you counteract the effects of these cognitive biases. You think before reacting. I know rational thinking doesn't come naturally to us, but it's a power we all must harness. What strategies can give you more power to fight the ever losing battle of dealing with emotions? There are many strategies to follow the path of rationality, which is beyond the scope of this video. However, we will analyze two interrelated and often confusing biases called confirmation bias and conviction bias. So let's start with confirmation bias. You hold an idea and search for a piece of evidence to support your view. You skillfully find evidence that confirms what you want to believe. You justify you have arrived at it rationally. The entire pursuit of finding evidence to support your opinion or viewpoint is called confirmation bias. We see this confirmation bias in every facet of life involving personal or professional decision making. People work hard to gravitate towards the information that conforms to their beliefs without realizing it. When you have a confirmation bias, you look for experts to endorse your ideas and preferences. If the advice by the experts conflicts with your view, you try to seek new opinions until you find a shred of evidence that supports your sentiment. Remember, the stronger your position in the decision making process, the more prone you are to confirmation bias. Confirmation bias leads to colossal mistakes. If you don't want to be inflicted by confirmation bias, please keep two things in mind. Number one, human beings are fundamentally irrational unless they consciously think about their thinking. Number two, your first reaction should constantly examine information that disconfirms your beliefs and preferences. Never accept the evidence until you have inspected the evidence yourself with as much suspicion as possible. In this way, you will rationally deal with your confirmation bias and choose the best response objectively. If you find value in this video, I would appreciate your support of my work. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks. So now let's discuss another similar and somewhat confusing cognitive bias called conviction bias. There is very subtle difference between confirmation bias and conviction bias. I want you to understand the nuances so you don't fall into these traps inadvertently. Conviction bias. You hold an opinion firmly and convince yourself it is true without checking the validity of your argument. You lack concrete evidence and hard facts to support your assertion, but you go all out to convince yourself you are right. You hold on to the idea because it is secretly pleasing to you. As discussed earlier, the desire for pleasure calls the shots, and rationality takes a backseat. You contradict anyone who challenges you, you express your opinions with animated language and gestures since there is no room for self reflection. In your mindset, you further convince yourself of your beliefs. This situation is tricky because your faulty confidence could put you in trouble. I often discover participants in TV debates suffering from conviction bias who are unwilling to listen to other points of view. The conviction bias reveals in two ways. Either you display it or someone in your social interactions communicates with a conviction bias. In either case, your awareness can save you a lot of pain. This bias makes us susceptible to sales and marketing people, realtors, and politicians who display conviction as a way to convince and deceive. People usually cloak their half baked knowledge with entertaining anecdotes and a veneer of superficial research to convince you to buy their ideas. Please be wary when you spot such behavior in yourself or others. In summary, the desire for pleasure is the most common emotion. We all want pleasure and avoid pain. Our desire to seek pleasure is normal but leads to confirmation bias and conviction bias. In confirmation bias, you look for confirming evidence to strengthen your idea. In conviction bias, you hold on to your beliefs despite having doubts about the truth. You spend many calories convincing yourself to believe in your opinion. Both biases can lead to blunders because an inaccurate assessment of reality blinds you. I hope you got something important out of this video. What was your favorite big idea? What landed well? And what do you want to apply in your life? Let me know in the comment section. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the like button and the bell icon. Have a fabulous day. Bye for now.